like a Hellcat.
Hello and welcome back to the channel where once again it's time for another video. Now if you watch my channel you will know that I never do videos of me going into charity shops, videoing, recording footage of all the games that you can get in charity shops, basically because the charity shops in my area are terrible. They don't have any, but I thought, you know what, I've got some free time today, so I'm going to go downtown and I'm going to do that. So I went into the first charity shop. I did get a bit of video footage because they did have a few games in there, unbelievably, and I'll play that over the top now. But there was absolutely nothing worthwhile picking up. Carnival Funfair games, Burnout on the PS2. There was nothing with any kind of trade value, nothing that I'd want to add to my collection. What I did, I went down the high street, went in Bernardo's, went in British Heart Foundation. I only found literally a couple of Nintendo DS games that were worth 10 pence trade-in. Didn't even record any footage because I just thought, what's the point? The other charity shops had nothing. I was going back to my car and thought, you know what? I'll jump in my car and I'll go to the St. Michael's Hospice one that's just on the outskirts of town. Looking around, the DVDs and stuff had moved, so I'm thinking they haven't got many. I see the cabinet where there are DVDs and stuff, and to my amazement, there was a whole row of PlayStation 3 games. I couldn't believe it. There was a few PS2 games in there, a PS4 game, a couple of DS games at the end. And I was literally gobsmacked because the charity shops never have games. Unfortunately, as I started picking them up, I realized they were all individually priced. I picked up the Dark Souls sort of like box set, but it was £5. Only sells for £6 at CX. I thought that's too much for me to spend in a charity shop. But flicking through those games, I did pick up 3 games. One of them was a game that I wanted in my collection, but I've never been willing to spend the £10 that it is at CEX. That game is Street Fighter X Tekken, which was £4 in this charity shop. This sells for £10 at CEX. You can trade it for £6 credit. It's in decent condition as well. It's complete. It's got the manual. The disc is nice. He said, the guy that saw me looking at the game said that they've had all these games ages. Now, I haven't been in there for a while, and I'm not surprised because a lot of them were overpriced for the games that they are, really. But he actually knelt down next to me and gave me 3 other PS4 games that he was just putting out as well. He said, these are the last 3, so I'll just pass them to you. And I thought they were just all cannon fodder. I put them down and I was looking through CX, seeing if any other games were worth any trade value, and there was this one, Grand Theft Auto Episode from Liberty City. This was £2, but this trades in for £5 at CEX. So actually that's a little bit of profit. Now this is in fantastic condition. It is. It's got everything in it as well. If I was a GTA fan, I would keep this and put it in my collection, but I'm not a GTA fan. I'm not, so I will be trading that in for £5. So that's a little bit of a profit. I was quite happy with that. I flicked through the PS4 games. There was Far Cry 4. I think it was £4, not worth it. There was Wolfenstein. That was brand new and sealed. It was only £3, but it's not really worth anything. I wasn't going to play it, so I wasn't going to buy it for the sake of it. And the last PS4 game that I looked at was Farming Simulator 19. And I thought, oh, it's 2019. It's not going to be worth anything. Then I noticed it says Platinum Edition on the front. So I thought, you know what, I'll have a look. And this at CEX sells for £22. Obviously, I'll put it on the screen like I always do. Trades in for £14. Couldn't believe it. So this cost me £4, but it will trade in for 14. So this alone covers the cost of the games. Obviously, I'm going to trade in both of these, so I will get £19 credit for this £6 that I've spent. Now that's obviously quite a lot for charity shop games. Obviously I watch YouTube all the time and I see all these people that pick up these games from charity shops. I watched a video the other day of this chap and he had a stack like this high and he said, oh, they were all £3 for £1 or £4 for £1. I don't know what kind of charity shops these are. He didn't have any footage of him picking them up or anything. You know, so places like Bernardo's, British Heart Foundation, Oxfam, they don't do deals like that on video games. They don't. You know, I've got those charity shops in my town, so maybe they were independent ones or something. But I never ever see bargains like that at all. You know, and the place where I picked up these games from, they were all individually priced, like £4, £3, £2. Lots of them were all cannon fodder titles that are just worth, you know, they only sell for like £1 at CEX, so I'm never going to spend £2 or £3 on those games. But picking up these 3 games from a charity shop, I was happy. Yes, I spent £10, but I will get £19 trade-in for those, and that is a game that I wanted in my collection. That is it for today. Let me know if you have had any decent charity shop finds, because I never find any at all. The charity shops in my town barely have any video games at all, and when I look in ones in bigger cities like Hereford or Gloucester, I don't ever see anywhere at all. So maybe it's just the location I live. Maybe these other people live in places where the stock turnover in charity shops is daily or something. I've no idea, but definitely not here. That is it today. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back in the future with another video. Goodbye for now.